Hello, viewers. I'm SP, and welcome back to Gloomhaven, where I'm just recovering from a crash. Nothing really significant happened, except that I went to the merchant and bought some potions to replace Nice and Billy's potions, because I assumed that, upon use they would get consumed, like a potion does. But that's not how they work in this game. You are purchasing a use per mission, so now they each just have two of the kind of potion that they had, which is fine. Honestly, like, once we get access to our second small item slot, which it says happens at level 3, I actually think it's going to be perfectly reasonable for these two to each have 2 copies of those potions. So I'm a little embarrassed, but it's not the end of the world. Anyway, I was looking at our personal quests. Right, in theory, we should be trying to complete some stuff to get some prosperity for the city and unlock cool new classes. I'm very interested in the new classes. And we really haven't done any of this yet, but a lot of it's because we just haven't had the opportunity. We still don't have any scenarios available in the Lingering Swamp. Billy needs to kill 3 oozes, 3 lurkers, and 3 spitting drakes, but we've never seen one of those things. And Crystal needs to complete 3 different scenarios in the Dagger Forest. We did have one of these, but it's done already. So, yeah, unfortunate. However, looking through our active assignments, I did discover that if we pursue Jexera into the mountains here, we do get to do a scenario that has a spitting drake in it. So, I think we're headed in the direction of the very first point of personal quest progress that we have ever seen. Also, this Jexera thing totally matters. And there's rewards. Let's go do it.
You reach out to some of your contacts concerning Jexera's location and end up with an odd bit of information from the Sanctuary of the Great Oak. They say there is a temple high in the Watcher Mountains dedicated to some unseen force that can answer any questions asked of it. Visitors must survive the journey and the trials that await in the temple first, however.
This is a piece of information that people in the town just have. That seems like securing the path to that would be the city's number one most important goal. And then that's going to provide all the money we ever need. Just charge distant visitors to come and get their questions answered, right?
It is a tradition among the Order of the Great Oak to send its members on a pilgrimage to this temple. Where faced with the prospect of any knowledge they desire, they decline to ask a question, putting all their trust in the Great Oak instead. The Sanctuary provides you with some basic directions, and you head off. While your path is clear, the way is anything but easy.
Alright, so it seems like we're looking at some big stone enemies in addition to the Drake. You see a lone wagon off to the side of the road up ahead. You approach cautiously. As you near, a jovial man with a wide hat waves at you. Ho there! I don't suppose you have any expertise in fixing a broken axle. The road wasn't even that bumpy, and then bam! The man claps his hands together. Just splits in half. I need to have all these goods up north in 2 days, and I am just at a loss about how to get myself out of this pickle. So there's like the basic answer and the cartoonishly evil answer. We'll do this one. You agree to help the man, but quickly realize you don't know what you're doing. I assume if we had a tinker, we'd actually be able to help him, probably.
You risk falling to your death numerous times as you scale the cliff up to the temple. Braving the harsh winds and loose rocks, you finally reach the top and head through the threshold into a large open foyer.
I am afraid I cannot accept visitors at this time.
A disembodied voice booms through the room.
Please come back in 12 years. I may be able to accommodate you then.
Before you can object, a group of massive stone constructs materialize before you.
Okay, we're just gonna fight him immediately. Alright, well. Loot no gold piles or chest tiles during the scenario, I think is a fine thing for Nice to be after. Never allow your current hit point value to drop below half your max rounded up. I think we're going to take Scrambler on this one. And gain 13 or more experience points. I don't feel very good about accomplishing Streamliner, so I guess we'll take Workhorse. We'll see. It might happen. I don't think either of hers were particularly good. So these are just like fully random, just drawn out of a deck, right? What would seem to be a pretty small deck, given the amount of times we've seen doubles already.
I know, the voice says. You have questions, I have answers. Unfortunately, if you don't leave now, you won't have a head to ask the questions in the first place.
Well, that's a pretty fucked up thing to say to me.
You ready your weapons? There's no way you're going to climb back down that cliff with nothing to show for it.
Sorry, were you under the impression that we were going to allow you not to give us the thing we want? That's not really how we get down. I kind of want to swap her into the corner, I think. And actually maybe set us up like this. Alright, so kill all enemies in all rooms. Is this a locked door? Yep, okay, we can see a tile beyond. Well, it's not exactly rocket surgery. Guess we can open with the classic unstable upheaval to move slightly into better position and then boulder somebody maneuver. I do love to boulder somebody. You may as well just like aid from the ether now, right? Get her 2 XP right away. And if I'm doing that, I mean, I have 3 distance on this guy right now. The plan could be just like... It's not going to be a very good mana bolt, though, is it? I can wait and go for the slow roll. Like have aid from the ether be our lead, and see if the enemies will close in on us. Because you're definitely not going to run adjacent to anybody. And we could like throw spare dagger. We could just like move up a little bit with one of our other cards and then spare dagger these guys. Honestly, a fatal advance on a 10 health shielded enemy is not terrible either. That's definitely a thing that's worth considering. This guy is elite. I don't know what the number in parentheses after their name means. But yeah, basically we could just like stand back and let them come to us and then throw stuff at them. I can play like overwhelming assault for the move and then spare dagger. We can intentionally go really late. Which makes me wonder, do I want to have you also go really late? You know what? I'm not going to have him go late because I'm going to have him set up the... I'm going to have him set up the element and then I'll have her consume it. Yeah, I feel pretty okay about that. I'm assuming they're gonna go, yeah, not very early at all. I have to admit, I was not expecting them to attack at such significant range. So I just don't move into your range. You're gonna have range 3. So yeah, we don't have to step in. That's not a bad open. Yeah, right? Just pick at him from a distance. At this rate, honestly, we might even just kill him, not take any damage. Or no, wait, sorry. He gets to go before she does, though. Oh, but he's going to die at the beginning of his turn. Oh, it dies at the end of his turn. Never mind. Ooh, I might burn a card to not take a 5. Although I guess these guys are going to be dealing a lot of 5s, probably. I'm just going to eat it. It's fine. So, in fact, she does not mana bolt. And does this mean that I want to... No, I don't think I want to change up the play too much, though. She just doesn't attack is all. I'll power core later. I'm hoping the power core is a thing that's sort of similar where I can just use it once per combat. It's not something I have to like save for the right moment because it's going to get deleted upon use. I don't hate like leaping, cleave into trample, or maybe even in this order. Like again, just go really late, let them sort of dig in first. So we could maybe go Dirt Tornado as a move here, and Crater. Crater's always good. Just intentionally take our time. We're already talking about putting up the wind element, so I don't need to do that. Can Reviving Aether, and like I probably do want to start laying out some real damage. I might be able to get a good Impaling Eruption. Even if it only affects one target, it's, you know, not horrible. Okay, so the elite wants to move 3. And they managed to go after us completely. Okay, well, we definitely are not going to have anybody adjacent to that stone golem. You are not stun immune. Do I want to just use the stun now? How hard are you hitting? It's a 3 attack. You're going to hit from here. You're going to hit from a great distance. Yeah. I don't think we need the stun. I'm just going to go ahead and hit him. Okay, it could be worse. So, part of me wants to jump to here. Because I think the way this is wound up, I can hit them both. But if I do that, I'm definitely risking my life. We have 2 attack 3s aimed at this guy. How much does he get to move before attacking? 2 spaces? So even if I push him, he could still go 1, 2. Yeah, I certainly don't want him to be able to attack adjacent to her. If I jump to here, there's no way it's going to let me draw a path to this guy that includes that tile. You know what? She'll catch some incidental healing. It'll be fine. And this seems like a fine time to throw up the goggles. Okay. Ooh. Do I summon the steel construct into the way to safeguard her health? What is the... No, I think I'm just not that worried about getting hit for 3. I'm going to save it until the next room. And then you are going to not pick up that gold intentionally. Where do I want to stand when I do this? Do I want to be all the way over here? Because I could stop him here, right? And then a push to there. Yeah, that seems fine. Oh, actually, it's a push too, isn't it? I didn't even think about that. I just remembered that it was a push. The push 2 is actually really good. Oh, except I can't push him. Alright, well, he still gets to attack. That's a shame. I was kind of hoping we would just draw the kill. Go ahead and armor 1 point of that. She'll live. Okay, so I think I like this is a rumbling advance turn, which just means I need to have you move after everybody else moves. So we've put up we put up air. So I'll like provoking roar into skewer. For your turn, you can go. Like, honestly, I don't hate freezing Nova as a heal, but I do need to do some movement. And maybe I could just let her take the damage. If we do, like, Ride the Wind, the top half of Ride the Wind, and just loot what this guy drops and what that guy drops. And then also she... Gosh, she doesn't really have much in the way of attacks that make sense in this situation, though. She needs to move. Okay, how about freezing Nova for movement? And do I want to just play Fire Orbs already? It doesn't feel like we're going to need the Flame Strike thing is my only concern. Flame Strike doesn't burn when it's played. I'll just play Flame Strike. That's fine. So our plan is to move to, like, here. He can move to there and still have some range. Yeah, Crumbling Advance, and then, like, Earthen Clod would be fine. Or Sentient Growth, even. Sentient Growth's not bad. It would be basically just me healing the brute and doing damage. Honestly, I like Earthen Clod here. It's sort of low impact, but I think it's fine. Okay. So the brute's gonna move to somewhere that's not adjacent to the tile I want to end up in. Pretty good start. Mystic Ally showing up. Alright, just don't show me a 0. +0 is fine. And then that means that I don't have to... So my plan, of course, was move 2 to here to just get a point of guaranteed damage. And then this is backup in case this guy doesn't go down. Now that that isn't the thing that's happened, I wonder if I'm better off just throwing heals? Because I could turn this into a pair of heals. Killing this guy is definitely high value, though. I really wish I could split the difference. Yeah, let's take the kill. I feel like you kind of always have to take the kill in this game. Okay. And then just don't do anything. Alright, this seems like an okay time for Fatal Advance to just kick the door open, and we're looking for an opportunity to make some trouble. It's a shame not to have the throw, though, you know? What do I want to prep? Like, maybe eye for an eye? Kick open the door with a very small number of cards remaining. You can be like, ride the wind into fire orbs. And for you... It's hard to know exactly what is going to be good, right? Like, this is the only ranged attack we have left that doesn't... Yeah, so let's say Sentient Growth is our ranged attack, and we just move 2. I think I'm okay with that. Okay. Oh, the loading. Oh, the loading.
Door to the inner chamber, and more enemies materialize before your eyes. Flying red lizards, wailing spirits, and great terrifying bears that don't seem at all happy to have been suddenly transported here.
Huh. Well, it does seem like a lot of enemies. So these spitting drakes, range 4, range 3. The bears are going to move 1, so they're probably not actually a danger to anybody. Move 2, curse. Target all enemies within range. What does within range mean? I guess it's just, is it the default range of 2? Because I am allowed to back up, right? So you can move 3 and then attack 4. Yeah, it might be worth it to back up and let them run into the bottleneck a little bit. Then again, they might not do it, which would be disastrous. But I can't run into a position. I could run over here and get adjacent to the bear, but obviously there are a lot of problems with that as a plan. The bear's going to attack for wound. Yeah, attack, move, attack is really rough. We need to not walk into that. I think I do back off. As not fun as that is, maybe. And I guess put up here retaliate, even though it's not going to do anything. And you're going to change your mind to do one of these and then just not move. This is what I can contribute. Please tell me they're not going to all completely refuse to move forward. They're gonna wait for me to run into... Okay. I was going to say, because if they're going to wait for me to run into like their optimal firing concave here, that's strategically sound, but boy does that suck to have to deal with. I feel like maybe flying doesn't make you able to stand in a space like that. Yep, so that is curse all the way out to 3 range. Does the curse... I don't know what curse really means. Does it just put a curse in their deck, or does it put a curse like on top of their deck? Yo, fuck this triple shield thing, by the way. That sucks ass. Don't actually know what that symbol means. Well, so how aggressive do I want to get? Because I do have the option of getting pretty aggressive with her positioning. If I just move to like here, I can target these 3 with fire orbs and probably deal no damage to all 3 of them. You very likely deal no damage to all 3 of them. Yeah. But I guess I wouldn't do the jump version of that. I would just step. Well, I'm going to go for it, even though it's going to put me at disadvantage on this guy. Okay, a ×2 is fantastic. Seems like a fine time for one of these, whatever this is. And then we got some bears we got to deal with. Okay. So. If we wait a minute here, I can potentially get an interesting forceful storm going. I think it's going to be like Avalanche is the move and Forceful Storm is the action, leading slow so that we can let the enemies draw in a little bit more. You should take a short rest now. And there are lots of things that I might want to pull. I'm going to short rest because I really want to try to get the use of this Flame Strike. But obviously, like we have to accept whatever we're given to burn as long as it's not reviving ether. Yep, that's fine. So you want to step back and then Flame Strike. Or, no, I definitely want to move. I want to move, for sure. So, that's going to be like... I could just take the move off of Mana Bolt to ensure I get to go nice and early. I really do want her to move. Or do I? Yeah, I think I do. Then she's going to... It's probably not play reviving ether yet. I guess let's make it Mana Bolt and Flame Strike. Move really early. That's fine. And you can play Shield Bash into Warding Strength. I'm not really sure what your move is. Honestly, it's probably set up Warding Strength, like do the bottom half, and then Shield Bash is just nothing. Ooh, those Spitting Drakes are fucking fast. Shield, Heal, Strengthen. That's not so bad. I do feel like if you're flying and you end your turn because you were moving in a space that has a trap on it, then it makes sense for the trap not to go off. If you spent your entire turn in the space, you're not really flying anymore, right? Like, I guess there are some creatures that can hover, but a creature that looks like this cannot hover. Okay, kind of what I thought was going to happen. Steel Construct, you got something better? Marginally. The most marginally. All right, we're going to take a step back to here and go for the Flame Strike to apply the wound. There we go. The wound's going to get us where we're going. It might take a second, but it'll get us there. All right, Warding Strength is just smart. We will skip this attack. All right, so you get your last action. Wow. That's just a huge amount of damage. You're an asshole. Fortunately, he is dead already. That bot did basically nothing. Okay. Well, so you're dead at the beginning of your turn. I think I am going to Forceful Storm, even though it burns. But we're going to have to move to, like, here to do it, right? Man, fighting these ghosts really sucks ass. Okay, one of them goes down. The other one can't use attacks that have the... Or can't use cards that have the attack trait on them next turn, which may or may not be meaningful. So you can short or long rest. You are supposed to short rest. Do I want to lose Shield Bash? I think I would rather lose Shield Bash than some of the other stuff here, as much as I love a good stun. The reroll is real risky, right? So, obviously, we've put up Skewer, but I can't use Skewer in the way I would really like. I'm definitely thinking about, like, Leaping Cleave, or, like, running forward and Fatal Advancing the bear. Or just keeping Fatal Advance in the deck as move 4 is certainly not awful. But maybe I need to take advantage of Skewer, because are we ever going to kill this thing otherwise? I'll tell you what I could do. We can load up Skewer and Fatal Advance. We'll use whichever one is appropriate. We'll try to see if we can get this thing dead before that turn. But like, well, probably not, right? Like, our cards are fucked. So this, it is not a good time to be playing Reviving Ether. She's just going to run out of gas really quickly all of the time. I don't think there's much that can be done about that. I think I really want you to short rest. The loss of Crater would be pretty serious. Is there a card that where I'm like, we absolutely must not lose this here? I think the answer is no. I think I'm cool redrawing. Okay, Dirt Tornado. That's annoying, but you know, it was going to screw us one way or another. The game is very, very careful and thoughtful about these things. So we could try to do... We have no idea how much movement to expect. We have no idea what to expect from the bear, but I definitely want to leave this space open. So I don't want to run in with like Rumbling Advance, as much fun as that kind of thing is. So the most we're going to get on the Living Spirit is 3 damage. Or is an attack 3, you know? So maybe I just do that and then like top half Rumbling Advance, just heal, because there are some people in the party that could use a little bit of love. These Spitting Drakes are going to be doing damage at considerable range. Honestly, like the Spellweaver and the Cragheart both need healing desperately. And then, yeah, I guess you are just on Reviving Ether. I want to have my other cards back too, though. Like the only thing I'm considering really is playing. But I have no offense for this turn, no matter what. Yeah, I'm just doing it. Well, Reviving Ether will ride the wind. It's going to be a real late turn for her. Okay, the Drakes are going even later. Range 3 stun. Range 4 stun. So they're going to get their stuns. There's nothing we can do about that, actually. The Cave Bear is going to move and make my life very awkward. Well, I think that solidifies the heal target. Wait, no, sorry, I was supposed to boulder and then... Why did I think... I did that thing again where I thought I was going to boulder and Rumbling Advance on the same action. Well... Honestly, though... It probably is better to just do it this way. Even though we're not getting a bottom half of a card here. Because... I don't think the Cragheart sitting at 1 HP is really viable. Do we want to Stamina Potion the Boulder back? I think is a question. I'm not going to. Okay. So I think we're skewering this thing, leaving Fatal Advance for later. Gosh, does that make sense? The bear's already here. Yeah, I think that makes sense, because we're never going to be able to kill this damn thing otherwise. And there's no way for me to get both of them with the attack. Don't you dare flub this. Okay. It had to die eventually. I think now... Yeah, there's a real question as to like where I want to be. So range 4 for them is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so if I don't move forward, they don't actually have movement on this. 2, 3, 4. I think I do want to step forward. Though. I can be here and still be safe. No, you're in this space. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, if I move forward, I'm getting stunned. So never mind. Nice +2. Jeez, that's really good. Yeah, we will. I'm gonna do a non-jumpy move with this. We're just gonna recover and ride the wind, you know, this far. Well, the thing is, you need range 2 for so many of... Yeah, maybe here. Or honestly, maybe she's fine where she is. Skip movement. We're good. She's fine where she is. Okay, y'all don't actually get to move, which is helpful. One problem at a time for us. So it'd be really sick if the Brute could clean up all 3 of these. We just finished the personal mission now. I'd like her to go pretty early in the turn, but I'd also like her to be able to fire orbs. Lots of people. I could heal. We should heal. So is it heal and fire orbs? I guess, like, I don't really want to wait super long into the turn. Maybe it's even... Well, we have Earth Element up right now. I don't need to set up Earth Element for the Craghead's turn. Gosh, Freezing Nova burns when you use it to heal. That's rough. Yeah, I guess it's Freezing Nova and like Fire Orbs. And the question is like, am I comfortable waiting for the enemies to approach to maybe get more targets on Fire Orbs? Because we might... Yeah, it's... We don't have any idea what the Drakes are going to do, how close the Drakes are actually going to get. It's almost certainly the case that we're going to run into the room to get the Drakes. So I feel like it's a lot harder to assure... Yeah, I'm just going to do the Freezing Nova. The Freezing Nova into the Impaling Eruption. That's how we're getting this bear. And honestly, there's a pretty good chance that I don't end up Impaling Eruption anyway, because the Mystic Ally may kill it. Your plan has to be getting into the room. This is like, this is a time when you want to move a bunch. But you probably want to move a bunch late. So maybe it's like, take the move half of Overwhelming Assault, and then your actual attack is like Leaping Cleave, probably. Yeah, let the Drakes move first. You need to figure something out. I could just kill the bear. If I kill the bear and I leave her with this stuff... God, it's so hard to know. Like, if we don't go early, it's so hard to know what the Cragheart's going to have left, options-wise. And there's definitely something to be said for, like, Sentient Growth as a good I have no idea what's going on card. And then, like, complement it with Crushing Grasp. And maybe do it really late. Let the Spellweaver go early, try to deal with the one bear. And then we try to just clean up the whatever. Crater's another really good I don't know what's going on card. Yeah, do I like that over... I think I do. we'll do this. We'll go real late. We'll leave ourselves some options. Wow, the drakes are going late. And the cave bear is going before the fastest we could possibly have gone. Well, we had to burn fire orbs. These things probably shouldn't have a 13 move 4. Oh, fuck you, +2. Yeah, I mean, I think we have to... Okay, Mystic Ally chooses to do a thing. That's fine. This gives me a better Impaling Eruption. Yeah, alright. Could have been worse. Now, the Brute has to act before the Drakes, despite the fact that that's fucking ridiculous. And I can't get adjacent to them. So, what I might do here is Leaping Cleave and just overwhelming Assault the Bear. We're pretty close to the end of the fight, I think. And the Brute still has most of his cards. What are the ranges on their attacks? Move to attack 4, range 3. Attack 5, range 4. Just absolutely insane. These things are so unfair. So he's going to be in range for everything no matter what. I may want to present him as a target just because he has some damage reduction skills available. No, the stun, we got to save the stun for the Drakes, right? You are fucking kidding me. The decision to put a 0 damage, it's so fucking bad. It's such a fucking bad design. Why would they do this? Okay, well... I think I'm going to go ahead and consume the element just for the XP. And then we're going to take this move to here. Good on movement. Confirm heal targets. And take another little swing at him. Okay, something. Am I getting back Crater? Or would I rather, we could take back Massive Boulder here. These Drakes are not really super tough. I don't know. I'm just going to end the turn. Alright. Yep, 5 damage, sure. Blocking what we can. All right, so the bear could go super early. Actually, it's hard to know what to expect from it. I'm gonna do Crushing Grasp, Earthen Clod in the hopes of getting to cast the heal. You are going to get one more turn. So the question is that turn now or is it in a little while? I think I'm going to take the long rest here. So give myself an extra turn with the Mystic Ally alive. And then you, my friend, have to do some bodily harm to some Drakes. What is the best way to do this? They're spaced out such that I can only get one attack off of trample here. But I have to get... We have to kill some of the... We have to kill the smaller ones, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 on the trample. And then on the other side, like, provoking roar. And if that deals +2, then we could get a kill, but we're muddled. It's not really a good turn for something like that anyway, because of the muddle. So, and unfortunately, obstacles don't seem to do any line of sight blocking. Like, he can't run behind here and be harder to shoot. And if I don't run him into the room, the only thing that happens is they just shoot at the Cragheart through the doorway. So... what I need is a good multi-attack to throw my hammer on. We have air element right now. I am actually going to just short rest right now, I think. Yeah. Okay. I need to move 3. I need to skewer. So we'll try it like that. We'll see. This should give us some options at least. And I know we're going to, like, everything's going to be fucked up because of the muddle, but yeah. Spitting Drakes are going to go first, and the Cave Bear Elite is going to shield and retaliate. Shield and retaliate and heal. Fun. I can't believe a unit like a brute style unit like this has multiple cards that are that are single digit speed. Okay. So obviously that shit sucks. The shield and retaliate makes it very difficult to do anything this turn. It retaliates for like 4 damage. And we certainly can't kill it. So now what I'm doing is poking at it impotently from a distance with Earthen Claw. The right will like move away from it. I really wanted to be able to do a heal and potentially kill the thing. But, of course, they always have whatever card they're going to need to make your life miserable. So we back off with Crushing Grasp. And we just Earthen Clawed. And I mean, I can Earthen Claw this way. Yeah, you know what? That's actually a really good point. Maybe actually fuck the bear. The Drakes have done everything they're going to do. Yeah. Show me next 2. Alright, +0 is not the thing I asked for. That's fine. Do we want to pull a card this turn? It's like Massive Boulder. Massive Boulder would be nice. I'm going to grab Massive Boulder out of the discards here. Okay. And I think that's an alright turn. The Brute is going to jump to here and then take some really whack attacks. And they're going to work. The thing about them is they're totally going to work because otherwise we're just doomed. This is a good time for a Warhammer. Okay, that's a lot of +0s. Pretty happy about that, actually. Healing potion. Let's clear the poison, I suppose. Okay, Mystic Ally doing some work. You long rest, and we will drop. So we're never going to have a use for Ride the Wind again, I think. Okay, we can do this. I have Provoking Roar. So I think what's like critically important to do here is just like take the Provoking Roar spare dagger turn. We just got to kill, kill, kill. Only one of the drakes is actually getting a turn, which is helpful. The brute can go on 13. You can go on 7. I mean, you got to go on 7, right? Like it's got to be Flame Strike and Mana Bolt. With the guy, she just kills the bear. She kills the bear. She's gonna kill the bear no matter what, probably. So she might be able to run to here and fire an attack off with the Mana Bolt, because it's pretty good odds that the Mystic Ally is gonna kill the bear, as long as we get to take our turn before the bear does. So then, what I want from you is, see, the trick here is I really don't want him to kill anything. But we could throw we could like throw an opposing strike. It would cost me 4 movement to get adjacent. Yeah, you know what? I can just like punch this drake, right? Okay, they're going pretty late. Mystic Ally does in fact finish the job. Which means that I am now unsure exactly what to do. I mean, it's got to just be like the one thing we have access to, right? And this is her last action, so there's no reason not to Eagle Eye it. And we just shoot this one, and we don't ×2? Okay. That's fine. So this attack has... This thing has the attack trait, so I'm going to try to just... hopefully, we're just going to kill you straight up. Probably won't happen that way, but... Okay. And then that being the case, you having 2 health left, I think I just try to finish you off. Okay, cool. Now keep in mind, this won't finish the Brute's task. The Brute still has to get 3 additional enemy kills of 2 other types. But it would be cool if we could get this and then we don't have to worry about the thing anymore. So actually, what do I want you to do? I kind of don't want you... I mean, I don't want you to kill anything. You can just run into the room and be prepared to throw heals. Yeah. I think that's where we're living. Skip attack. Perhaps I am a fool. We shall see. So, you're going to short rest. We're going to lose sentient growth. But I'm going to keep rumbling advance. If I try to keep sentient growth, it's just going to take rumbling advance from us. So, this is what I do. So unstable upheaval first, just to like really try to get this in as fast as possible. Let's hope. You're not actually dead yet. You can long rest and just like try to, maybe we get lucky and the enemies choose to attack her. And you have to short rest. We lose Skewer. Well, I only have 1 HP, so I don't actually get to choose. A 2-space move from Provoking Roar. What's the range on Rumbling Advance? Only 2. So actually, if I do a 2-space move from Provoking Roar into Leaping Cleave from this location, I actually don't get to heal him. So let's try running that off of 27 instead. And they're going real slow. Okay. And all the debuffs and everything are gone, so Here's hoping. You know what I never do is actually just like use this half of unstable upheaval. I'm gonna do it. It's worth 2 XP. Yep. Okay. Then the brute takes a 2-space move to here. And fingers crossed, y'all. Which spaces are being indicated by what? Okay, if I mouse over this, it's targeting those two. All right. Please average or better on both of them. Okay, good enough on both of them in any case. And we did a pretty okay job on the in combat stuff as well. She didn't get to 13, but and then she performs her long rest, forgetting it doesn't matter what. And then we are victory. And then we are victory. Huzzah.
The creature's falls. The temple becomes eerily silent. You call out, but the strange voice offers no response. You begin banging the walls with your weapons and yelling even louder, making it clear that you will not leave without answers.
I don't know how this is supposed to work. We don't have the power to make them do anything.
Enough. The power of the voice shakes the ground. I could easily kill you, you know. But normally a threat is enough to send you pathetic lesser beings scrambling.
I don't necessarily like murder, however, so I will make you a deal. I will answer a single question for you, and then you will leave this place without further incident and never return.
That's not making us a deal so much as completely acceding to our demands, but I'll take it.
What would you like? Great power? Great wealth? Or is the location of the necromancer you are hunting really that important to you?
Yeah, the thing about the situation as they've set it up here is that it's deeply asinine that this is the question we would ask. And I think it's very interesting that they chose to call attention to that in the writing. They're like, this is stupid. The way we've written this is really dumb. I mean, unless it turns out that the party does actually do something else with the opportunity, I guess we'll find out in a second here. It's just like, why would you make this the way that works? I don't know. Doesn't make any goddamn sense to me. The Shrine of Strength. And also a Lost Island. Why are we getting all these different clues? And hey, look at that. 3 of 9. We're finally making some headway on one of those for the first time ever. Okay, so we got ourselves another perk. I think I am just going to go ahead and take focus again. That is boring, but mathematically seems pretty good. You have attained an actual level. So what do we learn? Hook and Chain. Further ability cards. 1 ability card's available. Okay, I had to... It's just being really slow with displaying them to us. So... Move 2, attack 2. That's actually very handy. Next 3 sources of damage, suffer no damage instead. Attack 3 at range 3 with a pull. Or move, and if the movement was in a straight line, perform attack X. Yo, and neither one of those burn. Hook and Chain seems fantastic. Brute Force is comparatively a lot less interesting. It's very difficult for me to imagine it's not Hook and Chain. Yeah, Hook and Chain seems like totally bananas. What do we put it in over? Like, Warding Strength is really great. Just looking at the stuff that's kind of like around it in speed. I actually really like Fatal Advance. Like, Eye for an Eye is bad. I'd hate to lose an 18. But we still have a 10 and a 15 and a 27. I think I'm comfortable making that change. I think that's pretty good. And then oh, you also have a perk, yeah. So we can't take any more consistency. We can take a focus, which is just as good, and I think is absolutely what we're doing. Okay, these decks are looking pretty better. It is still okay. You've heard me say it. You know. Crystal, let's level you up. Sorry, it's this button. I don't know why the exclamation point on it went away. So flashing burst, attack 3, range 3. This is very whatever. Icy blast is a lot more interesting. It burns, of course, but you know, it's hard for me to turn down the icy blast, I think. Flashing burst is, we still don't have a way of using the light element, so that definitely affects how willing I am to take some light element. I think it's got to be the icy blast, and then we'll figure out exactly what we want to do with it. Like, it creates an element that we don't need, but we have ways of using that stuff. I mean, I guess it gives Freezing Nova a boost, so that's cool. Yeah, gosh, what do we want to lose? We kind of have some interplay from everything already, so it is a little bit of a shame to lose anything here because it all feels like an essential part of the kit. We could lose Impaling Eruption, and like, this doesn't impact her access to her own stuff. What it does is it makes it a little bit harder for Nice to do his job, but I think that's okay. So interesting. Pursue the voice's great wealth. Also, there's a shrine here that we now know about for some reason. I guess the idea is that the voice told us a bunch of stuff, but we weren't told that we were being told, because that makes sense to the people who developed the game as a way to do this. All right, we have an available perk, and we haven't really looked at her stuff. A card that gives stun. Ooh. A wound card is also very powerful. So it's adding a +1 to your deck, and also the card causes wound. With her having so many multi-strikes, I think actually this, for me, this comes in over top of focus. Because wound is so incredibly powerful. She's only 1 perk point away from being able to take focus anyway. And then I think let's hit the city encounter, and then maybe we'll call it there. I just really want the game to save so that we don't have to rebuild the decks again. You awake in the middle of the night to the sound of alarms ringing in the west. You recognize them as the warning clangs of an attack on the wall. Any force bold enough to assault the defenses of Gloomhaven can't be good. For a moment, you're grateful for the prolific number of guards defending the city. But still, there is always the possibility that the guards may not be enough. So, yeah, I mean, go do the thing that you're supposed to do, obviously. You rush toward the west gate, eager to fight back the invaders. As you approach, you see a mass of vermlings climbing over the wall and attacking the guards with daggers and arrows. You yell and charge into the battle. It is a rough fight, but you emerge victorious, covered in fur and blood. The citizens of Gloomhaven remain safe, and the town is free to grow and prosper. Okay, we got +1 prosperity. That's pretty significant. That also gives us a level up for Nice. So I guess let's go ahead and take that. Level 3 is pretty significant, it seems like. So clear the way. Move a single hex obstacle to an empty hex. Attack all the enemies adjacent to the moved obstacle, and it can be for up to 3 points. That's interesting. And a big jump that destroys obstacles and disarms traps. Yo, clear the way is maybe very interesting, in fact. Blunt force is 8 attack if you wind it up. It's got to move in with retaliate. An explosive punch is like, that's a cute idea, but it's a lot of setup. I have to say, I really, really like Clear the Way. I like, these are both good. The problem with, like, the problem in this game with having a single use big attack like this is that there's literally no way. I would be so much more likely to take one of these if, say, the times 0 didn't have reshuffle on it. And so there could be some situations where you would know you weren't going to spend a bunch of effort setting up and then burning a card in order to do literally nothing. As it is, attacks that require setup are kind of completely broken by the existence of the attack deck, which seems to be as a design element, it seems to work against everything that all of the other systems are doing. You're not going to actually set up Clear the Way all that often. But the move effect on this is fantastic. I think I'm going to take it. And then is there like, honestly, I'm not opposed to just dropping Crushing Grasp. We are so not a melee Cragheart. Like, yeah, I think that's reasonable. I am losing a card that grants Earth Element for a card that wants to consume it, but we were not getting Earth Element off of Crushing Grasp very much anyway, right? I think that's fine. Okay, so and you have an available perk. So we finished Focus. I honestly don't know that I do want to remove the dust cards. It's not terrible to have them. +2 and Muddle. Yeah, I don't hate that. An extra +2 in the deck is really nice. Okay, so now, in theory, we're actually done. The prosperity level of the town has increased, but I don't see anything. Okay, and she does still have her power core. Oh, right. These two should have the ability to equip a second. Oh, you can only have one of each item. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. If you can only equip one of each item, why does it let you buy a second one of the same type of item on a character? And also, is it really the case that I can't just like pass the extra stamina potion over to Billy? There certainly doesn't seem to be a way, but honestly, it could 100% be a UI thing. This game's UI is very badly designed for representing the underlying the game that lies underneath. I don't know. I guess I'll look into it and see if I can figure out a way to do that. You have 10 gold, and I think that a stamina potion on Crystal probably makes a huge amount of sense, actually. So we'll equip that next level, but yeah, that's definitely a thing I want to have, and I don't think we have any other pressing need for gold. Okay, well, we've done some things, we've accomplished some stuff, we've opened up a bunch of new quest lines, even though I don't necessarily know that I think that makes sense for, you know what, it's fine. I really wish they would just like give us the text of the ending of events, or like when you learn things or gain loot, actually show us the cards that represent those things. Again, I feel like the UI of the video game adaptation is obscuring important things that would probably be clearer in the actual board game. But that, in any case, is going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. When you come back next time, I don't know what we're going to do exactly. We're going to pursue one of these new quest lines. Unfortunately, I don't think we have the ability to make any further progress on anybody's personal goals. I really do want to unlock some more classes, but it seems like it's a thing that maybe is just gonna have to wait quite some time. I don't know if that's the normal experience. It probably is, right? Because like you don't want to be retiring your characters super fast. Yeah, anyway, that's it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. When you come back next time, we're doing something, and we'll see you then.